After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Shouts out to OGs, in betweens, and the newbies. I hope y'all digging the gems. Hope it's making sense. Hope it's correlating. Hope I'm connecting all the dots and everything. What's happening, Power Gen? Hey, man. Hey, Power Gen. Old dude told me to tell you to unblock him. He told me to tell you to unblock him, man. Hey, after my phone died and I charged it up and everything like that, I I caught the lives. I told y'all that's what they was gonna do, right? I told you that they was gonna hop off and they was gonna make a live and they gonna be discussing your boy. I tuned in. I tuned in. They seen me pop in the chats. They was like, "Hey man, whoever blocked me in your lives, tell them to unblock me, man." I was like, "Bruh, they was telling me that you was saying some off the wall shit in the lives, man. So you know, like my platform ain't for that." And then he tried to regurgitate something that I said. He was like, "Yeah, but I'm just saying, bro, I want everybody to decolonize their minds and shit and make people understand and woo woo." I'm like, "Man, look, shit out of my hands." You gotta catch me on YouTube now, nigga. You gotta catch me on YouTube now, nigga. But shit, that shit was crazy. And then they invited me into their little live. I got in, dropped my little gems or whatever, so people can understand, like, shit, bro. Y'all learning some bullshit, bro. And even then, you know. But anyway, it's a lot of little mini me's running around. So salute to them. Little Florida. So the maps, the maps will start making a lot more sense. Especially with Little Florida. And books, man. These books get deep. Go get the history of life and voyages of Christopher Columbus by Washington Irving. This book lets you know about the Moriscos that was on his boat. This lets you know about the Moors that was on his boat. This lets you know about the Romans that was on his boat. All type of people, man. All type of folk. Cause people don't understand that melanated Romans came over here on that boat as well. But anyways, I'm gonna do a whole different breakdown on that. But it talks about, in his own words, the descriptions of the indigenous folks that he encountered when he came here. It talks about their customs. It talks about what he found. It talks about how they found Atlantis, which was America, the Americas, since people don't understand that North and South is one landmass, but Americas. They just saying that it was the land of milk and honey, man. They found gold over here. They found diamonds over here. They found artifacts, pyramids. They found spices, herbs. The fruits grew at an abundance over here. They grew the fattest of the fat from anywhere else on the lands in the world. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I think we found Garden of Eden out his own mouth when they came over here to America. So the history and the life and voyages of Christopher Columbus is hella dope. It even talks about how the American Indians, they got him high. They done rolled the herb up in the tobacco leaf, and they done got that man high. This book talks about all that shit. That's how deep it. That's how thorough of a description it is. Excuse me. I sent the invite to D's and O. O was in here. He probably jumped off real quick. You know, he be at work sometime. And then y'all remember that book I told you, once you get that Mary and Martha, the mother and wife of George Washington, then you want to get the bicentennial celebration of George Washington book, literally by the United States Congression, United States. This is literally them admitting. And his immediate family is in this book saying that the portraits that you see of George Washington ain't even him. That's nowhere near what he looked like. It also talks about how he has Moorish descent. And it also talks about a whole lot of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So get that run down his mama genealogy, her bloodline, her family line. So Mary and Martha, then you want to get the George Washington bicentennial. Those are connected, those are linked, and it gives you the whole rundown of everything like that. So that means that even when you're looking at Mount Rushmore, you're not even looking at the real people. That's what's crazy, right? You're not even looking at the real people. Because none of those people on Mount Rushmore look or are who you think they are. They face got anglicized. They got anglicized features. Your last name ain't even what you think it is. Your last name got anglicized as well. Oh. And then you want to get the human cloning book. I mean, it's hella books, but you want to get the human cloning book, the Biomedical Ethics Review of Human Cloning. This right here, I did a live on it, and I posted on my YouTube. Well, I posted 30 minutes of it on my YouTube. I got to do part 2 and 3. I got to trim that down, make part 2 and 3, and then I got to upload a few 3-minute videos of it on my main page for those who probably missed it as well. Just trying to get all platforms covered. But this right here, whew, Look, boy. Mm-mm. You talking about Mach 1 to Mach 5 synthetic robotoid clones. You talking about consciousness transfer. When they talk about human cloning, you only know about one type of cloning. That's the replica cloning. That's when they make somebody the identical of the other. Y'all know replica. That's the only type of cloning y'all know about. So this is why cloning seems kind of far-fetched to most people. But when you get the human cloning book and you understand that consciousness transfer is a cloning way, MK Ultra and all that type of stuff, demon possession and all that type of all that is just different ways of cloning, and it's archives.org, go get it. You know what I'm saying? Look, and you see consciousness transfer. I'm gonna give you an example. Anytime a celebrity does something hot, the sheep literally imitate what they see off the rapper, the artist, the actor, or whatever it is on TV. They will literally get their consciousness transferred through MK Ultra, which is the TV, the television programming. So they would get MK Ultra, and then they would get their consciousness transferred. It don't last as long as they want it to. This is why they're trying to do all these extreme numbers to get the consciousness transfer to stick on the public. But for the most part, it lasts long enough for generations, and then after a certain generation, people start to wake up, the spell starts to break, and then they have to reiterate the trauma. This is why Will Smith got another slave movie. This is why Will Smith got a slave movie coming out. They gotta redo the trauma and put you right back under the spell because it only lasts for so long. Okay, these folks only prolong their time on Earth. They were supposed to been gone a long time ago. They prolong their time on Earth to the point where, hey, it's end game now. Ain't no more prolonging shit. It's end game for y'all. And you know these people. When I say these people, you gotta figure it out, man. I ain't about to. I ain't. You know what I'm saying, but. No, there's no way Mount Rushmore is the original carving they made with dynamite. They say, hey, Power Gen, you feel me? Ain't no way you carving a smooth face with some dynamite. All right, them dropping your consciousness into a sleeve, yup. Yeah, I legit thought human cloning was so crazy until I investigated it. And yeah, it's crazy. Most definitely got to. Why they so scared of death? Like, it legit don't make no sense. Well, they're scared of death because for them, after they die, that's it. That's it. It's nothing. Versus us, with a soul is energy. So it's never destroyed. It's only transferred. So we go to different realms, different frequencies, different dimensions. Some of us come back here. You know what I'm saying? Some of us come back here and everything like that, you know, reincarnation as they call it. So our soul continues to travel the galaxy. Your soul is old as hell. Your vehicle is fairly new. You know what I'm saying? Just like when it's time for you to go get a new car, because your old one that broke down, you just gonna go get it. It's the same thing, just on the spiritual level, quantum physics, metaphysics, spectrum. So with us with a soul, we just go get another vehicle and we just go to a different destination and shit like that. And we got different missions and different things to carry out or whatever the case may be. But for them without a soul, when they die, that's it. It ain't no coming back, ain't no second chance, ain't no reincarnation, ain't no afterlife, ain't no heaven, it ain't even no hell for you. That's it. You feel me? Cease to exist. So this is why they scared of death, and this is why they always try to prolong it and everything like that, because they know who they are. That's crazy because Will said he'll never do a slave movie. That's why he turned down Django. Hey, after he slapped Chris Rock, you already know what happened. I mean, even though him slapping Chris Rock was already scripted and a humiliation ritual for both of them, honestly, it was both of their time to do a humiliation ritual. So they both just did it to each other. It was humiliating for him to get slapped, and it's humiliating for Will Smith to get drugged through the mud, kill two birds with one stone. Now he gotta, feel me? Gotta do that slave movie. He gotta play his part. You gotta renegotiate your contract every so often. You hear Drake, they here for a good time, not for a long time. Extra plays. Yeah, I ain't tell you no extra plays, I'm trying to tell you. I got a couple more books real quick, y'all hang in there. And we gon' yeah. Ah shit, okay, well, they ain't gonna let me do it. Hold on. I can do it like this. This is another good book about George Washington by John R. Alden. That's why Denzel Washington had to do training day. No more doctors or lawyer roles. Right, most definitely. They all go through it. So I just said. There's another map for y'all about the 13 colonies. Now, George Washington looked too good for his time. But here go another map. Now, it's the 13 colonies right here in the dark spot. Now, remember the map that I showed y'all of Love, Florida? Same time period, 1500s, 1600s. The 13 colonies, right? La Florida, okay, 13 colonies. La Florida from here stretches all the way over, okay? So just keep that in mind when you look at these maps and you talk about the colonies, La Florida, the old Virginia and everything. Like old Virginia's right here. Notice it's Kentucky, the West Virginia, and a little bit 13 colonies. So pay attention to the maps. The maps is key as well as your genealogy. You see that Masonic hand pose with the hand in the breast pocket. Hold on, let me go back to it. Yeah, that hidden hand. I'm gonna tell y'all what the hidden hand is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go right here real quick because I made a post. Because that picture, like I say, that picture is not him. So from that book, this is a little sneak preview of why I told y'all to go get that book of the bicentennial of George Washington, which is written by Congress, congressional themselves, and it says the man himself, and it just pretty much says that what it says the family is quoted as having said that pictures of him. Hold on, my bad. I had my finger on the speaker. So it says the family is quoted as having said that the pictures of him painted by artists look very much alike, but are not really the general himself. Because the general himself is swarthy or a ruddy complexion. And if you want to know what ruddy is, go hop off of here, go to Google and type in a ruddy cow. So that's why I say go get the bicentennial celebration of George Washington book, because it has drops like that you don't never know. So this guy and the ones on Mount Rushmore, that ain't even who you think they are. Now, which brings me to the hidden hand in a lot of his pictures. That's why I tell people that the hidden hand is what I'm starting to get when I do. When I've been doing my whitewash series for like a year and a half now, man. One thing I noticed about these whitewash series and the people with the hidden hand, they always have some type of Moorish descent. Now, take that, Jim, and do what you want to do with it. You can polish that bitch up or whatever the case may be. Like I say, man, I can't speak too much on Moorish history, or they will ban me because they watch me, because a lot of them follow me and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of Masons with the hidden hand, they have Moorish descent, and we're gonna leave that at that. So that's why I tell you, think Wizard of Oz. You thinking, oh, the white elites and all that. Boy, them boys puppets. Think Wizard of Oz. When you pull that curtain back, and you find out who really. When you figure that out, oh. Hey, look, man. Hey, man. Hey, look. A square compass, yup. The YouTube is called Science for the Conscious Mind. Napoleon General was also quote unquote black. Yep. Napoleon and all his general troops was of Moorish descent as well. Yeah, but the reason why I like older books though, because older books, they didn't have room to lie like that. Because when you record keeping and you keeping a track of everything, you have to keep authentic and thorough records. So older books will be more authentic than the books of today, because they had to have, like, at a time there was no such thing as a census record. At a time there was no such thing as a race classifications or none of that. You know what I'm saying? There was no camera in certain time frames and all that, so they had to literally give the authentic description of these people. You know what I'm saying? So go get this book right here, the Congressional Record, Proceedings and Debates of the 90th Congress, Second Session, Volume 114, Part 7. This book right here, this will lead you to this man right here. That book will lead you to this man right here. We know about Robert E. Lee, Mr. Confederate himself. That ain't a real picture of him either. And that's a congressional record book. That's coming from your Congress. See, Congress gave you a bullshit picture for bullshit school, but they kept the real shit hidden in the back. So shout out to the people who dug for these books and put them on the PDF in the first place for us to get. But the Congressional Record, Proceedings of the 90th Record, that book will lead you to Robert E. Lee and damn near every single Confederate soldier that you thought was white. No sir. No sir. This ain't even him. Nope. He was a swarthy man. And the real Robert E. Lee was a swarthy man. And he also had a half brother. He was a colored man, as they described him back in the day. He was a colored man and he was wealthy. His half brother. So my thing is this. Which one of your parents is black? Which one of your parents is black? You feel me? But again, he got pictures with the hidden hand. We talking about Moorish descent. We talking about melanated Europeans. Okay? We talking about the Etruscans, the melanated Europeans, the black nobility. All right? So now that makes you think a little deeper about the Confederate flag and the rebels and everything. If they're generals and they're presidents and the president of the Confederacy, I got him on here too. Swarthy man. I'm talking about John Hanson Swarthy. You feel me? Swarthy man, the president of the Confederation. So that changes the narrative about what the rebellion really was about with the Union and the Confederate. This is why when you get those who be like, "This is my heritage," they don't know real history and they haven't did their genealogy either. Because if you do your genealogy and correlate it with the congressional record and everything like that, and the American Indians who had the Confederate flag first, a lot of shit start making sense. It's this thing called spoils of war. Spoils of war is when you invade a country and you conquer them, you take everything that belongs to them, even their flag. All right. So that's the heritage that they talking about. I'm gonna show you the heritage they talking about. And this is the heritage that they talking about. All right. But I'm about to get ready to holler at y'all though, man. I'm gonna jump back on live when I get off work. I hope to see y'all there. I'm gonna go ahead and do some work and patrol the premises. Hey, it's been real, man. Y'all vibrate high. Hope y'all got all them books and screenshot, majority of them, archives.org, YouTube, Signs for the Conscious Mind. I appreciate all the new people. Thanks for all the gifts, all the likes, and everybody tuning in. Shout out to the OGs and the newbies and in-betweens, man. Y'all vibrate high. Peace, love, prosperity, abundance, gratefulness, gratitude, and appreciativeness. Practice serenity. Control what you can control. Let go of what you can't control, and have the wisdom to know the difference so you can balance out all karmas from your past life, present life, so your future life can happen. So your future life can be better than what your past life was, because time happens simultaneously. The past, present, and future happens all at one time. Teach your kids what you didn't know, and don't shelter them. Don't shelter them because they need to know the matrix and they need to know the game that they in. Because if we had know the game, we would have changed and won a long ass time ago. You feel me? So it is what it is, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. Be easy. Don't work too hard. Dodge the energy vampires. I'ma see y'all tonight about 8:30, 9 o'clock, man. Be there, be square.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.